everyone. Welcome back to Adobe Live here on Behance. I'm Kathleen and I'm here with my friends Faire Projects, Maxime and Sabrina.
Hi everybody.
Hi guys.
Hello, salut, welcome. So we've been working on a project for the last day or so, but before they jump back into that, it's really interesting. First off, you should stick around for it. Before we jump into it, I want to let you all know that we are here until tomorrow at 3 p.m. doing a lot of different graphic design goodness. We started the day with Christine and Michael working on some branding for an event, and then we are working on some branding for a micronation today and tomorrow, and then we're finishing off the day with Christy Stevens and Erica working on some more design awesomeness. What's up, Esther? Hi, Rasim, Yanina, hello, hello. So that is what we're working on this week, and then we're also asking you to work alongside our designers with our challenge for today. Yesterday, the challenge was to make a poster, an announcement poster for a creativity conference for Adobe Live, and today is the ID tag, so like the little badge that you would get at the conference.
Cool.
Yeah, I really encourage you all to get really creative with it. Think outside the box, think outside the tag. So check out the challenge tab over here for more info on that. We'll be looking at them in about an hour and a half. And then we're also going to be doing a chat and win in about 30 minutes. So we're going to be giving away more Moo credits. Moo is an awesome way to get your business collateral and stationery printed on really high quality materials. So you were saying yesterday that you use Moo.
Yeah, we do use Moo for us. We printed our own business cards with Moo. We tell our clients to print with Moo.
So you heard it here first, folks. Check it out. So we'll be doing a chat and win in about 30 minutes for that, $30 gift certificates. And then between now and then, let's jump into it. Maybe we can do a little intro for those of the chat who weren't here yesterday.
Definitely. Hello, bonjour. We are Faire Projects. This is a little sample of our work. We are a graphic design studio in Brooklyn, New York. We do branding and visual identity projects with a focus on typography and custom typefaces. And we're working on launching our own type foundry later this year or early next year.
Whoa, didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Always takes longer than we expect, so.
Right, true.
So this is a little overview of the project that we're working on today, that we were working on yesterday, and we're going to continue tomorrow. We're designing the visual identity for the micronation Ladonia, and this is Ladonia. So it's a tiny country that was created in Sweden. So an artist kind of said that he seceded from Sweden and to protect his own artwork. So it's really a country that's founded on creativity and expression. And we really like that. We love a country dedicated to art.
Yeah, we stand it. It's good.
So there are two main sculptures on in the country. There's this one made out of driftwood and this one made out of stone. And I think there's maybe a couple of other ones as well, but these are kind of the two main ones. They're all made out of like natural materials. And so our goal for the project is to create a visual identity that feels like the creativity, artwork, and landscape of Ladonia. So these are our references. We're like referring directly back to the artwork itself and to the landscape. So whatever we make, we want it to feel kind of like a little bit chaotic and have those bold colors, bright landscape. And here's our timeline. So you are here. Today we are finishing up some...
Ooh, we moved.
We moved. We're finishing up some of our branding design today, so some of the bigger pieces, and then we're going to start working into assets. So this is what we have already. We have this typeface that we designed to kind of reflect the sharp edges of the driftwood with the smooth edges of the stone, and also keeping it a little bit weird, like the country. And then there are all these different variations. So these are the only two typefaces that we made that have a full character set, and then the rest of them work just with the Ladonia. And these are our national colors.
that we selected yesterday.
Beautiful grayish.
Grayish.
My fave.
And this is our flag. So this is our national flag, our pride and joy.
Yeah, after a lot of iteration yesterday.
Yeah.
We worked through it, we had chat involved, they were picking the favorites. MJ says, oh my gosh, that font, amazing. Agreed.
Thank you, MJ. So yeah, and so that's where we are today. We also have some passports that we were working on yesterday and some typography. And so we're going to finish up the passport.
Yeah, so we had some options for the illustration, the kind of seal for Ladonia. And we didn't decide yet which one.
We were close though.
We were
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I think we're leaning towards keeping it weird.
Oh,
So
yes.
like this one is new actually. It's like an expanded version of this one. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So today we're going to finish up this.
And yeah, make a mock-up and start working on an ID card. Maybe a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, and stamps.
Stamps.
Oh, right.
Yep. And currency. We'd love to see what
The currency
money
could look like.
looks like in Ladonia.
Totally.
Or togs.
Ortogs. Somebody do some research about these ortogs. Let us know. And you said you're going to be working on an ID card. That's perfect to go along with the challenge. So if you need some inspiration for your conference ID card, keep watching. You might see something that really helps.
Yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, let's make a choice on the passports. Maxime, what are you liking?
Personally, I like this one. That kind of start to be like almost a pattern.
Right.
And I think it could look good with in like those gold foils, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was
like
thinking.
the passports.
Like stamped.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I think they.
Cool. So maybe we should. I can put that into a mock-up and see.
Yeah,
how
see
that
how
looks.
that looks, and I can start working on the ID.
Cool. Sounds good.
Awesome. And since you made your choice, it's good to know, but chat, let us know as well. What
Oh,
your
yeah.
If you
passports.
have a favorite.
Yeah. Maybe you can change our minds if you
Yeah.
have a good argument.
Yeah, when I think about it, actually like stamped with the gold foil, I do like the one that you like, Maxime. It
Yeah.
seems like a more all-over pattern that would look really nice.
And I think that for like a smaller surface, we can kind of like simplify it,
Yeah.
have less shapes. And
Right, I mean, you already kind of have it with the
Yeah,
one on the
right.
left.
Yeah.
Just add a little circle and you're good to go.
Cool.
All right. Cool. Making progress.
Yay.
So I'm gonna
All
close
right.
that if you want to.
Yeah,
make the-
that would be great. Thank you. And I'm gonna start making that mock-up.
Cool, so what is your process for a mock-up? Walk us through.
Sure.
Walk us through.
So the first, always the first step is like trying to find a photo, either a stock photo or an open source photo,
Or take your own.
or take your own, the best way.
Yeah,
Um,
if you're a good photographer.
yeah, that like, let me see if I have the original.
So organized.
I wish.
Just for this
Yeah.
live show.
So these were, maybe it was this one, our original image that we were working from.
Okay.
So then we kind of content aware delete all of everything that's already there. We left this little symbol because it appears to be on every passport.
Oh, I thought that was a symbol you made up. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, super weird. Never thought about it before.
Yeah, never noticed it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's there on almost all of them that we've seen. So then once we delete that, and then we got rid of the background for this one because we wanted to keep everything on black, keep it simple. And then, you know, we kind of straightened out the edges, but it's nice because you keep that texture
Yeah,
of the passport.
a little bit pebbled. Nice. And you're in Photoshop right now.
Yep, now we're in Photoshop, so we can add our black backgrounds back. And I think we have a gradient map already set up, so we can adjust our colors.
Oh. Wrong way.
Too much.
Yeah. Very cool. I've never thought about doing this with a gradient map, changing the colors this way.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to do it, and so many, like, I don't know if this is going to necessarily work. We're gonna see.
Yeah, looks pretty believable. And I also noticed that you have your color palette in a CC library.
Yeah.
Which is awesome and handy.
Yeah, very useful. So let's see if we can open up Maxime's. You saved and closed that.
Yeah, you can open your file.
Okay, that's in Sketch. Where is it?
Sketch. Yeah, that should be it. That's Sketch too. Yeah.
This one?
So.
Uh-oh.
Find those fonts.
Yeah.
You don't have to type it. That's it.
Okay, let's see. So what typeface were you using?
You can use Anonymous.
Okay,
if you
cool.
want.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's use the type here.
Thank you, Tim, for the tips about gradients in Photoshop. There are totally more presets that you can access if you click the little gear icon in the gradients panel. Tons and tons of presets. You can also make your own. And we showed a little bit about the new, I guess you would call them diffuse gradients that are going to be available in Illustrator very soon.
Can't wait for that.
Just makes it so easy. Cool, looks good. Oh, Mohammed, that's a good point. Mohammed's kind of telling us how he would set up the gradient map with a lot of different stops with varying brightness to map the color properly and change the brightness as necessary. Very nitty-gritty. I like it. All right, so you're bringing your image from Illustrator into Photoshop.
It looks like it might not be the right aspect ratio.
Classic.
Yep. So I think what we'll do is take just this, and then we can adjust it on here as needed.
Oh, smart. Okay. And you brought it in as a smart object. What was your thinking behind that?
I think it's good to keep it vector as long as possible, so it stays really sharp. As soon as you rasterize it, once you like change the sizes or start to work with it a little bit, you can lose some of that sharpness, and especially with these thin lines and this typeface that we really want to preserve, we want to keep it as sharp as we possibly can.
Right, and if you make changes in Illustrator and save it, it should update.
Right.
If you keep it a smart object.
Totally. So let's see, this is our color. Let's see, how can we grab this? Will it work? No.
Color swatches? Or color libraries?
Color.
If you double click.
Oh, is it down here maybe? No. Real time, people.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So we have DB, C8, C3. Did I get it right?
I think so. I was like, wanted to say so many things, so I have to be quiet. She's thinking very hard. Nicely done.
And then I think we'll take this black and make it be a lot lighter.
Nice.
And a little bit warmer too.
Cool. Yeah, that's something you might not think about all the time. Like how cool or warm is your black or your grays? But that's a really great way to make things believable.
Yeah, totally. It's hard because this image was, it was originally a very dark blue and we're moving towards a really light color.
Yeah. Definitely have some texture going on. But for the sake of a mock-up, it might be okay.
Yeah, that's totally cool.
Welcome, Giuliano. Thank you for joining. This is Faire Projects, and they're working on some branding for the micronation of Ladonia. So right here's the passport. Working on some other things over on Maxime's screen. It's all good.
Got an ID card coming to life.
Oh, sweet.
Starting to put together information.
Right, you kind of have to think about like what info is important for this nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, the role because yesterday I was talking about the like everybody that becomes a citizen can be like a minister or something.
Yeah, right.
So
what was the one yesterday? Minister of soccer?
Ice skating.
Or ice skating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So chat, what do you think should be on this ID card? What kind of info would Ladonians find important? I think some of the submissions from last stream for the challenge, people had like the blood type and like your occupation. So it could be strange.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, are you an organ donor?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're getting close to the color here.
What's up, kid? Thanks for hanging out. Kyle says, I wouldn't make it up on my own. I would ask my marketing director. My copywriter. Nice. Ooh, a nickname? Ladonians find it important if they have the Adobe Cloud. Are you a CC subscriber? Yes. PSN gamer tag. What's your handle? Your Instagram handle? Call my owner. I am lost. Yes, I'm microchipped. Are you microchipped? That would be an amazing nation to live in. I agree, Kyle and Mohammed. In chat, if this is your first time hanging out with Maxime and Sabrina, say hello. Let us know if it's your first time or if you're here yesterday. It's always interesting to hear where you're watching from. Not like your specific location, although you could share that, but like, are you at your home office doing some freelance? Or are you in a real office doing some work in a cubicle? Let us know. What's your story? Oh, Andre says left-handed or right-handed? Dogs or cats? Both and both. Mohammed says he is at home in Oman. Cool, Mohammed. What time is it there? MJ says it's his first time or their first time. It's 2 a.m. here in the Philippines.
Wow.
Whoa. And there's even more streaming to be had, MJ. Get some coffee, or maybe go to sleep and watch the replays. Yanina is working freelance from Argentina. Heidi is in the office listening while working. Shay is at home editing photos in Texas. Ryan's at home in India. Whoa, it's 3:18 in Korea. AM or PM? Probably AM.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Esther's in the home office doing a senior project. Oh, awesome, Esther. How's your semester or quarter going? Tell us all about it.
Senior project, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I never finished my senior project.
What happened?
I still graduated.
That's
I
good.
just didn't.
Yeah, it happens.
It's okay.
Yeah.
How did you all do on your senior projects? Did you have them?
We did
Like a
have
capstone?
them. We had thesis projects.
Right.
Where we had to choose a topic, or it was really flexible. At the school I went to, we had 2 different senior project teachers, so we had 2 different projects.
Oh, whoa. Double the work.
Yeah. And Maxime had one really big thesis project.
Yeah.
Like a year-long one or like semester?
Yeah, it was like 8 months.
Whoa.
Yeah, his was really interesting. He worked on.
Yeah, I worked like, it was like the first time, the year of my thesis was the first time I came to New York.
Cool.
I mean, in the US at all. And I was like really intrigued by the American flag being everywhere.
Oh, more
So-
flag stuff. Cool.
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah. So I was interested by the derives and, you know, I don't know if you know Guy Debord in Paris. In the 1930s, they were like traveling, you know, kind of having those derives in Paris to visit the city and just walks. And they were like just walking down the streets, being attracted by the lights and the architecture.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so I kind of redid that, but like kind of just like following the flags and taking
nice.
pictures, and I was making maps and stuff.
Cool, some wayfinding. I like that.
Yeah, it's funny once you notice it that there are American flags on everything, like on little door stickers, bumper stickers.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
It's definitely a common symbol here.
There are a lot of other countries, like they're equally patriotic, but they don't use their flag in the same way.
I actually have never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Shay, no worries. My sister's name is Shay, so got that pronunciation on lockdown. Now, Matthias, I don't have his pronunciation on lockdown. He keeps trying to teach me, and I don't know which one is right. Matthias? Matthias? First one or second one? Let me know. And I'm interested in how you're doing this gold texture. Can you walk us through a little bit?
Sure. I am also interested in how this is going to come out.
You're like,
I've got this a little bit complicated right now, but basically because I pasted it in black, so I inverted it to white.
Okay.
And now I have a gradient map making it yellow and yellow and white, and I have the actual image multiplied.
Right.
So if I don't, it looks like that, and then if I multiply it, you can start to see the texture coming through, which I think is nice in the same way as the original gold. But we might have to go in and then I added this white on top of it to make it be just a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
And let's see if maybe what we'll do is go in and erase. So let's rasterize this and then paint.
Ooh, painting in Photoshop.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, so we can get some of the highlights. I think we may have to look at a different color.
For the actual passport?
Yeah, to be able to see these.
Yeah, it could be like a shade darker of the grayish.
Yeah. Yeah, or one of the, maybe bright green.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you would not lose that. That's awesome. And Kyle's wondering, is this a gradient map or like a gradient overlay? It's just a gradient layer, right?
Yeah, these are gradient maps with clipping masks. So it's easy to kind of take them on and off.
Okay.
And to adjust as needed if it needs to go a little bit more yellow. It's hard to see because I have the, let's see. I have this white layer on top of it.
Yeah.
But that way we can change the color. So let's see if we can make the same effect.
Cool. What's up, Ramesh? Thanks for hanging out. Says, really enjoying the live streams. Highlight of my day. Winky face. Are you lying? Or are you winking? Thanks for hanging out. Abu says it is 12:30 a.m. in Bangladesh. Thanks for staying up with us.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about the schedules for creative people yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm naturally a very extremely productive and creative really, really late at night.
Oh.
But I kind of have been forcing myself to be more morning person because that's when the rest of the world does their thing.
Shoot.
All right.
That looked good on the dark, although I know that's not one of the colors.
Yeah, we have a nice blue too.
That's true.
So we can try an electric blue or an electric green. We can also try a black foil.
Oh yeah.
If we want to break with tradition. So let's try our green. So okay, that one is thankfully very easy.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Chat, if you have an interesting color for your passport in your country, let us know what it is.
Yeah.
Mine's blue. Maxime, what's yours?
It's red.
Red.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bordeaux.
Yeah. Like wine.
It's not red like the Swiss one. The Swiss is really
Swiss
electric red.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Gotcha.
And
Morella says, in Brazil, our passport is blue, and she just loves it.
Ooh.
Let's see, is it a bright blue? Brazil.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Passport, because I know their flag is really bright. Oh, it's so cute. It has stars on it. What?
Brazil, killing it with the country identity system.
Seriously. It looks like a retro sci-fi book cover. Oh.
That's great.
Tim says, yep, wine red. Cholsu, it is dark green in Korea. Cool.
Nice.
Told ya. Yeah, Morella, you did tell us. You got us. Ooh, Maxime, I like that. The back of the ID card.
Ooh.
Yeah, trying to use the grid of the information and like do something fun in the back.
What's up, Tima? Thanks for hanging out. Meow, meow. That's so cool how the line just goes straight through. In chat, we just have a couple minutes until we're going to be doing our chat and win. So make sure that you are logged in on Behance. be.net/live is the best place to get to us. If you're watching on YouTube, come hang out on Behance if you want to participate. And also, that's the chat that we see. So if you're chatting on YouTube and we're not responding, it's because we don't see it. What's up, Callan or Kaylin? Thanks for hanging out. Oh, says temporary passports in Sweden are pink.
Ooh.
What kind of pink?
Interesting.
Temporary passport, Sweden. Oh, they're pink. So cute.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks, Paco. Look at this little illustration.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is Ladonia. Oh, man. Ooh. Kind of bright orange. That's interesting. Nice.
Maxime, what do you think about a green passport?
That's really cool.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's
I
done.
like it.
Cool. Are we at the right green value? Is it too dark? Or we're
Looks pretty
good?
good.
All right, cool. So let's save this and put it into our InDesign file.
Yes. So how do you work on the same files? Are you on like the same cloud or some sort of shared server?
Yeah.
We're never on the same file. Like usually, like Sabrina or I work on the presentation, and then we switch. We just close the file. And
Yeah, otherwise we get sometimes it gets a little messed up if we both try to open the file at the same time.
Right. A little corrupted sometimes.
Yeah. But we work on Dropbox, which is a nice cloud system. It's also nice. We like keeping our files on the cloud because we don't have to worry too much about if one of our computers has a bad accident or something.
Yeah.
At least we have a good amount of stuff on the cloud that we can just download onto another computer.
Smart. Yeah, and you don't have to worry about your computer getting bogged down by tons of files.
Yeah, you can unsync a project if once you're finished with it.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, it's coming together. So I think that's the right green. So now let's take a look at putting together some stamps.
Awesome. So you started this yesterday.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yep. Super briefly, we started to make a little stamp mock-up.
Handmade, always the best.
Yep.
What's up, Tom? Faire Projects, Faire Projects, Faire Projects. Oh, they're telling us that it is time for the chat and win. Thank you for the reminder. Right on time, Yanina. It is moo time. So chat, if you want to participate in the chat and win, listen up. You got to be logged in on Behance, and we're going to ask you a question. When you answer it in chat or you say anything in chat, you will be entered to win a $30 gift certificate to Moo. Moo is kind of the premier source of getting your own personal branding in physical form, whether that's posters or business cards or cards, stickers, packaging, etc. So they've kindly offered $30 gift certificates to one lucky winner this stream. So let's ask them a question. What should we ask? I made it up yesterday, so it's up to you today.
Ooh. Let's get some, well, let's see. We already know what goes on people's ID card. What do you think, Maxime? What do we want to know? Oh, I know. Who should...
You know.
I know. Sorry. Who should we make for the ID card. Like who,
Oh yeah.
whose name should be on our sample ID card.
His personality.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so who should be on the ID card? I feel like everyone's gonna say themselves, which is fine.
Who belongs to Ladonia.
Yeah, that's true. It's Ladonia, Ladonia. So let us know. We'll be back in a moment. All right, who should it be? Walker, Texas Ranger. Nice. Adobe Live.
Van Gogh.
Yeah,
Put
Van
Kathleen
Gogh
on
is
there.
pretty good.
I should be on the cards. LOL. Gumby, Adobe. Pick moi. So we could pick one of these, or whoever wins, we can put them on. We'll see.
Space Ghost.
Coast to coast, baby.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, yeah.
Just Beyonce.
Yeah.
Gus. Yeah, Gus Bot
Gus.
3000.
Polish.
I'm Groot. Chat. Black Design, congratulations! You are the winner of the gift card. Woo!
Yay!
Black, I don't remember seeing your name in chat, so say something, let us know you're here. You've won a $30 gift card to moo.com. Black, A. So if you're interested in what Moo has to offer, go check it out. It's an awesome way to get your collateral out there, and it's a simple way to create beautiful, expertly crafted business materials. If you pop over to my screen, you can see all kinds of stuff they have to offer: notebooks, envelopes, printed products, stickers, flyers, rack cards, letterhead, literally all this stuff. And you two use it for business cards.
We do.
Awesome.
We haven't had a chance to check out their postcards or flyers, but as soon as we get the chance.
Yeah, totally. And that's a perfect segue, because if you did not win, or if you are Maxime and Sabrina and you want to check something else out, Moo is also offering exclusively to the viewers of Adobe Live 15% off their next purchase. So go to moo.com/Adobe Live, just because Moo's awesome and they provided this for you.
So cool.
Go check that out. Black Design says thank you. No problem. All right, so we're working on stamp. Awesome.
It still looks strange to me, but I wonder if that's just because I don't have too much experience with
Making stamps.
making stamps and with snail mail.
Yeah, there's something so magical, esoteric about it. Stamps, postal stamps. See if I can come up with any ideas to make it easier for you.
Yeah. Let me know if you see anything that would make sense why this is still looking strange.
Yeah. Somebody yesterday recommended that you could use, instead of drawing out the circles, you could use a dotted stroke, like a dotted line stroke, and then you could outline the shape and just get rid of the
that's a
actual
good method
dots.
too.
There you go, there you go. Ooh, Ramesh says that Superwoman Lily Singh is going to be a speaker at Adobe Max. I didn't know that, Ramesh. That's cool.
Cool.
You guys watch much YouTube? She's like a YouTube celeb. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I've definitely heard of her. Maxime, how do I get the Ortog character?
It's a $sign.
Oh, cool. So let's see.
Oh yeah, there is a countdown now. Good point, Mohammed. So you have 54 minutes to get those challenge submissions in. If you have no idea what I am even talking about, go over here, click the challenge tab. Oh wait, you can't see my hand. There you go. Go up there, click the challenge tab, and you can learn all about what we're challenging you to do. We're challenging you to create the ID card for the fictional creativity conference that you worked on yesterday. We were asking you to make the poster. So today is the ID card. Think of it like the badge that you might get at a conference, and make it creative. This is a creativity conference. We're already working on ID badges during this stream, literally. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or if you need some inspiration. If you want to check out the submissions from last stream, if you go to the challenge tab, you can click the gallery link and check out all of the works in progress there. So in about 50-ish minutes, we'll be looking at all of your submissions. I want to see lots of them.
Yeah.
Make it a difficult choice. And there will be one winner for the entire day. So for all of the streams, we'll look at all of them and contact someone at the end of the day to win a free year of Creative Cloud.
Wow, what a great prize.
Mm-hmm. Very handy. Mm-hmm. If you're a creator. Ooh, I like this. The outlines, it looks like neon lights.
Yeah. Yeah, we were playing a little bit with outlines yesterday on the flag, and we decided to keep it more bold. Mm-hmm. But maybe for stuff like this, we can play with the lines. It's also nice, it's kind of going back to those sticks.
Right.
And how it's like a little bit more detailed.
I don't think I can think of ever seeing a stamp that had a black background. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I wonder if there's all kinds of rules in the actual postage, or the US postal system. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're allowed to have black envelopes. But that may have changed.
Because it might be hard to read the writing?
Because it has to go through some kind of machine. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that it can, I don't think it can print onto the black.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it has to get stamped. Mm-hmm. Oh, good point. Yeah, I've even heard of people having a hard time, like if they address their envelope in like red ink, it's hard for the scanner to scan the info quickly too. Tom says the stamps are looking good.
Good, thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Tom's always here. Appreciate you being here, Tom. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the mods for Adobe Live do need to go to Max. That would be great. Are you guys going to Max? Do you know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
What it is.
It's like Adobe's creativity conference.
Oh, cool.
So it's every year, usually in October. It's going to be in LA this year. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
We may or may not be streaming from there. Ooh, the gray background too.
Yeah, I think we'll make 4 stamps, and each one will have a different color. Mm-hmm. So that we get equal attention to all of our national colors.
Right. It's interesting to see the push and pull, like grabbing colors, putting them over here in different weights. Mm-hmm. It's nice.
It's amazing how like using the same colors, but like when you give emphasis to different ones, it makes a totally different, like it feels totally different.
Totally. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like the same palette.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim, there is a $400 promo code to Max. Tell us about that. And let's see what Maxime's working on over here. Whoa, so many cards. Vincent, what are you doing there?
Yeah, he's the Minister of Painting.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I tried to use the different colors that we have.
Cool.
And tried something else for the back. Yeah.
Cool, so what info do you have on there? First name, last name?
Yeah, so it's kind of straightforward. First name, last name, date of birth, address, Nacmias beach. It's one of the sculptures in Ladonia.
Gotcha.
And it's on the beach. Minister of, and ID number.
Gotcha. Gonna have to make up a signature.
Yeah.
For Mr. Van Gogh.
Let's try to do that.
I want to see how you attempt this.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, especially with a mouse.
Yeah.
So it's being. Oh wait.
Oh, that's the worst. Why do you do us like that, pencil?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. So, wait, no, it's okay. Vincent.
Just Vincent. The artist formerly known as Vincent.
Its signature is Vincent.
Oh, really?
I was actually Googling it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you already got it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe who knows if this looks like right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Chat, which stamps are you liking? Let us know your favorites.
And when I was just making these, I was thinking that we're giving a lot of attention to the shapes, which is cool. But I think I might try to make another quick series using using just type and color.
Oh, nice. There's also those shapes of the ripped up papers.
Oh, right.
I keep forgetting about them. They're so important.
Yeah.
But it is nice to focus on type sometimes.
Yeah. There's like so many fun things to play with in this project that it's easy to get lost inside of just one.
Ooh, different glyphs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an open type feature.
Oh,
Oops.
Ladonia. I feel like you could even break apart the word Ladonia with those cool alternate glyphs and almost explode it and make it their own shapes.
Yeah, totally. I think that's a good idea.
And chat, if you have any questions for Maxime and Sabrina, it's a very good time to ask. They own their own studio in Brooklyn, so if you have any questions about that, getting your feet under you as a designer, education, whatever, ask away. What's up, Felicia? How you doing? How long have you been working professionally?
Ooh, good question.
Your whole life.
Yeah. It's been a couple of years. When we were in school, we were doing internships. So we were always kind of trying to get experience when we could. It's really hard to balance the two.
It's been 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's been only 2 years that we are full-time Faire Projects.
That's
Before
so
we
cool.
were freelancing and
Working for other
agencies.
studios, which I think is really important. If you have the opportunity to work with other studios and learn from other creative people directly, and you'd be surprised how many people just like are so eager to teach you and be your mentor and answer all your questions that you think are dumb.
No dumb questions.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So now that you're Faire Projects and you have your own studio, do you ever go work in-house for other, when you're like working on a specific project, or is it only working from a studio?
we never did.
Yeah.
You never did?
Yeah, we've been lucky that we haven't had any really giant clients that have asked for that. So mostly we work from our studio, and we meet up with clients and to discuss work and to present and that kind of thing. And occasionally we'll take on a freelance project if there's like a graphic design studio. We have a couple of studios that we're friends with and that we really like, and so if they are like super short, need an extra set of hands for a couple of days, if we're available, we're always happy to help out if we can. But for the most part, we just stick to working directly for our clients, and in the past couple of months, developing typefaces to hopefully start a foundry soon.
Yes.
Faire Type.
Ooh,
Yeah.
already got a name for it and everything. I'm betting the logo or like the Faire Type is already designed as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah, we got it worked out, but the hard part now is going to be making a website.
Yeah, and that's neither of your real specialty.
I've done a lot of
Oh,
UI
yeah?
UX
Cool.
design. Yeah, it's something that I really enjoy.
Cool.
Afterwards, it's a little difficult. It's a little bit more of a complicated process working with developers. It's also really interesting, but sometimes you get ideas about what you want to happen, like how you want it to look. And you're like, can you animate this to do all these different things?
They're like, what are you talking about?
They're like, calm down. Yeah, we for a while we were trying to learn how to code ourselves so that we can just kind of take our crazy ideas and make them come to life without, you know, not bothering people, but but it's complicated.
It is, totally.
That's cool. What you're doing.
Super cool.
Thanks.
Tim is like, that font though. So you used the font that you built and then you kind of added these driftwoody aspects.
Yeah, so we built this top one first, and then it turned into a stencil. So it's like easy to spray paint onto signage or whatever. And then a version a little bit more deconstructed, and then we just kept going down the line of deconstructing it a little bit more.
And adding some like organic details, like the sculptures in Ladonia.
Totally. Yeah, MJ says, I can't get over how amazing this typeface is. Agreed.
Thank you.
Tima was wondering, what's the biggest challenge to starting a design studio, apart from the crazy real estate market in New York?
Yeah, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I think finding clients and finding the right clients is really difficult.
I think there is also a lot of work that you have to do that you're not used to do, like like really, it's like a real business, and you have to learn, learn how to make contracts, and I don't know, there's a lot of emails, a lot of things that you don't do if you're a designer at an agency.
Right.
Yeah. Once you start working, you're shocked at all of the different things that you suddenly are responsible for.
Yeah, and how long it takes
to
do like simple things.
Where you don't design at all. It's just like making proposals and all kind of business work.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're not too worried about legibility here.
No, it's more of a design. Yeah, Tom says running a business is a job in itself. For real. Chat, do you have any experience with that, running your own businesses? What do you think is the most difficult part? I know a lot of you are doing side hustles, like you have a 9-to-5 and then you're running your design business on the side. Let us know what you all think. MJ says, someday I'll have my own design studio.
Good for you.
You got it, MJ.
One advice that we would give is to just, think about a name and start putting your work out there under that name. Yep. Let people start to find you, and then it'll just kind of grow organically from there. Don't be afraid to get started.
Yeah, totally. Maybe there's some confidence that you're given when you put it under a name. Yeah. Like, this is a real thing. It has a name. We're a studio. Even if it's just like you in your bedroom working on it. It's my studio.
That's how we started. Just like a tiny website and an email address.
And the offers just came rolling in.
Yeah, we were lucky. That's kind of what happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Not exactly. A little farther than that, but yeah.
I believe that. Ramesh says, don't forget about co-working spaces. There's no long-term commitments and they're flexible. You can grow with your company. Also, your neighbors can become your clients.
Totally.
For your teammates.
Yep. Getting out there and meeting people is really, really important.
Right. Yeah. I'm guessing that's super important in such a big city where there's a lot of design, but also in tiny cities where there's not a lot of design. Getting your name out there.
Yeah, let people know what you do.
Team is wondering again, talk about your main path of client acquisition. Do you find them or do they find you? Is there like a theme to how you find clients?
We
never...
It just happens.
Yeah, no, we were lucky because
for the most part people have found us or we've gotten a lot of clients from referrals,
Yeah.
From past
the agencies
studios
we
that
worked
we've worked
for.
for that are like a little bit bigger,
Mhm.
and they can't really afford to take on a smaller budget client because they have so many people working for them.
Right.
It doesn't support the studio. So we have good relationships with other studios where we've worked at in the past, and that has been really nice for us. And going forward, we're going to start to, we're kind of going through a little bit of a Faire Projects rebrand where we're trying to figure out exactly the kind of projects that we'd like to really be working on. So in order to get those clients, we're going to try to reach out to people that we really like and just let them know, hey, like, we love what you're doing. You know, but maybe your logo can be a little bit better.
Yeah, we have a solution for you.
Yeah.
And some people in chat are saying, like, I'm a small designer, and people don't know about my work, so it's really hard to get clients, and maybe that's a good tip for them, that you can always reach out
Totally.
to people.
You don't lose anything, and people love compliments.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, Felicia, in the words of Adam JK, I'm literally irrelevant. Hard to get those clients. Lindsay says, telling people no is so hard. I'm not going to give someone's business a discount just because we went to high school together. People often try to take advantage of people in the creative field.
Totally. It's tough. Yeah, learning what projects are worth your time and what projects are not worth your time is also a skill that takes a little time to learn. But basically, every time that we haven't gotten a project afterwards, we were disappointed in the moment and then grateful afterwards because we were not the right fit.
Yeah, right. That's good. So you mean like you bid on a project and it wasn't?
Yeah, like if we send a proposal out or we work, you know, we go through some conversations with people to try to get a project, and afterwards they wind up going with somebody else, which happens. We're always like, oh no, we had so many ideas, we really wanted to do that. And then afterwards, we're like, it's probably for the best that they went with somebody else. Maybe they needed a studio that could give them, you know, more time or that has more, you know, more resources to devote to it. You know, some clients really need you to talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
They need that kind of reassurance. Some clients aren't extremely trustful, so, you know, they also, you know, kind of need you to be kind of explaining yourself all the time. And we really like to work with people that, you know, trust us and that really want to work with us. And so that's like a big, you know, if it doesn't work out, it's always disappointing, but like take it as a learning experience.
Yeah.
Ask for feedback too. If you didn't get a project that you really wanted and you can't get to the point where you're like, I'm glad that we didn't get it.
Yeah.
ask for feedback, like why they chose somebody else.
Yeah, not in like a I'm mad at you way, but a helpful way.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to improve and get better. Do you have any, you know, any thoughts for me?
Totally. And sometimes that can be hard to hear, even if you ask for it.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, don't ask if you're not ready for it.
True. Yeah. Yanina wants to know, how long do you estimate for each project when you have to tell a client? Is there like an algorithm you use?
We always make a schedule to share it with them, which is for our own, to make us accountable, to give them things on time, and also to make them accountable to give us feedback.
Yeah.
We never like to just be like, okay, we'll talk to you when it's ready.
Yeah. No. Time is money.
Yeah.
And do you find that clients are receptive to that and they stick to it, or do they see it more as just like a guideline?
For the most part, people see it as a guideline. And, but it depends on what the project is. If it's like for a website, for example, where there's going to, like after we do this, the design, we're going to hand it off to a developer, and there's like a launch date, people tend to really stick to their feedback schedule, because it, you know, it's bigger than just us and just them.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pipeline.
So, but yeah, it can be difficult to get people to to answer when they're supposed to.
Yeah. Sometimes you actually have to pick up the phone and call them.
Yeah.
What? That's amazing. Crystal wants to know, what are some red flags for clients that might not be the right fit? Or in general?
If they, so it depends on, it's hard because everybody's different.
In your experience?
In our experience, if a client is asking for, before you even get started, if they ask questions like, what if we don't like it?
Yeah.
They're expecting, like they're already ready to not like it.
Yeah, that, I think
Or
that's
if they want like 10 rounds of feedbacks.
Yeah, if they ask if they can have, you know, if you say that in the contract that you get 3 rounds of feedback and they're like, but can we have more in case we don't like it? That's generally a little bit of a red flag that maybe they don't trust you or they're not too confident in the work that you're going to do.
Yeah, or they are like not confident in knowing what's good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, if they don't have, if they come to you and they don't know what they want or what they need, I feel like part of our job is helping them figure that out.
Yeah.
But also part of, like, they need to know what they want to some degree, or like know what's not working with their current either business or brand identity.
Right.
Because otherwise, we can deliver them a solution, but if that's not the solution that they were looking for, they're not happy at the end, and you know it kind of goes round and round. So then they're like, okay, so what? You know, if this isn't it, then what's next? So yeah, I would say like red flags, asking for more rounds of feedback, asking what happens if they don't like it. Some people have just never worked with creative people.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's normal, but you have to get a good feel for it. Anybody that's really like mean about pricing.
Yeah. If they're just mean in general.
Yeah, anybody mean. Yeah.
So what do you mean about pricing? Like you give them an offer and they're like scoff at you?
Yeah, they're like, how could you know, this is ridiculous. Or,
Well.
and we're like, design is valuable. You know, beyond just the time that it takes us to make it, it's also, you know, the time it takes, you know, our education, our experience. Design is a lot more than just the final product or the hours that you work on it.
Totally.
It's everything put together.
There's so much research too. It's wild.
Yeah, if a client doesn't want to do the initial steps, the initial research or like a questionnaire, that's a little bit of a red flag that they're not willing to really commit to the, you know, to the change.
Yadira says, amen.
Yeah.
Hypno says, this is some good tips right here. Yep, good info. Also, Tom says, hey everybody, I just brewed fresh coffee. If you want some, come on by. Thanks, Tom. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Such a friendly group we have here. Love it.
Love a supportive community.
You can say that again. We are really, really lucky here at Adobe Live to have such an awesome community, especially an online community. You're just the best. Our moderators can just sit back and relax, have a good time. Just kidding, they work very hard, just not on banning people.
Maxime, we have a couple of stamps.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have a couple of stuff here too.
Ooh, what's happening over there?
Check them both out.
So we have the ID card.
Vincent Van Gogh. How do you say it? We say Vincent Van Gogh.
I don't know, in English, in French, we should, but in French it's Vincent Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. I think that's closer to the reality.
True.
So yeah, different colors. With the blue card, it has to be in white because to keep it legible.
Yeah.
And in green, it works in black.
Green is cool too.
So maybe they can be like, they can choose the color they want.
Ooh.
And then we can play with the those squiggles and lines that we have for the passport, or having something a little bit more typographic like here.
Yeah,
I also like this one.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
cool.
typeface that's got like kind of just the sculpture
Mm-hmm.
and just having some lines around.
What do you think about doing something like that, using this really bold one, really big, and having the pattern on top of it, maybe in a different color?
You think
I don't know if it'll be good.
having something like this?
Yeah, you might not be able to read those lines after. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you
I
think?
don't know.
Bless me. I've been sitting here for like 30 seconds, like, don't sneeze, don't sneeze, don't sneeze. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Especially if like part of it wasn't a different material, like foiled or
Ooh, yeah.
letterpressed, embossed.
Embossed, yeah, that will be nice.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like these ones too.
The simple ones here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't think they're simple.
I wouldn't call that simple.
Yeah.
They're a little more.
I actually think that one's my favorite.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice to just show. It's like a nice balance between illustration and typography.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think it's legible.
Super
Totally.
legible. Yeah. Nice.
Gotta work on the
So-
kerning maybe, but
Mhm.
looking good.
Feels like a business card for Ladonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
The studio.
Yeah,
Chulsu.
maybe it does look more like an ID card.
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool with the. Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then I started
Ooh.
thinking about a T-shirt. There's no color yet. But,
Cool.
I'm just drawing on top of the T-shirt
Mhm.
in Illustrator, and then after I'll open it in Photoshop and take the shapes
Yeah.
and play with the colors in Photoshop.
It's very
Yeah.
Miro like.
Mhm.
And I was kind of thinking maybe for the T-shirt, having something with like a
Oh,
pattern
color
and
blocks.
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
What if it was actually like
See.
embroidered,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
textural?
Yeah.
Ooh, Niladri has a question for you too.
Mhm.
Do you have any tips about printing and designing? Like, how well do you need to know the printing process? Do you think?
You want to talk about it? I don't know.
I'd say it's important to know just for the sake of colors. So
Oh, okay.
if you're going to be working on a digital printer, like knowing the limitations that you have to work with CMYK, because you can be designing, on your like bright, beautiful computer screen with super bright colors,
Yeah.
and then be super disappointed when it comes back in CMYK. It's all kind of grayed and muddied. So knowing from the get-go if you're going to be printing in CMYK, to design in CMYK also.
Right, and printing things out as you go, just
Yeah.
to make sure the colors are good.
The colors are good. Yeah. And
Yeah, and if you do like an embossed or a debossed, like in design, it's important to work with different layers and have a layer for just like what is going to be embossed,
Mhm.
and then having the colors.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, like Kathleen
Yeah.
said, I think printing it out at home before you send anything to the printer is really important, because like it can look great, it can look legible on your screen, and then you print it out and you're like, oh, 6 point might be too small.
Yeah, it's usually
Yeah.
pretty small.
Yeah.
Super true. Yeah, so print things out,
Yeah.
test, should be okay.
yeah, especially for signage.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how it's going to
Signage,
be.
Yeah, you have
consumed.
to print like real size to see.
Mhm. You want to take a look at some stamps?
Oh yeah,
So we have our
looks like
shapes.
you have a lot of options.
Yeah, we have our shapes, and then our typography.
Typefaces.
Yeah. So if there's any that you don't like, or if you have any feedback, any
I really like the black one
Me
with the
too.
typeface.
this one.
My
Yeah.
fave.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Mhm.
And I really like the beige one also, the top one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Should we have 8 stamps, or should we limit it to 4 stamps and get rid of some?
I don't know. How does it work? Like when you buy like a sheet of
Well, when you buy a
sometimes
sheet,
it's
too?
like 6, no?
I think it's all when you
They're all the
buy
same,
it, it's
no?
all the same.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
but we're making our own rules here.
This Ladonia. Do what we want. Chat, what do you think? More stamps, less stamps?
Yeah.
What you guys are your favorites?
Yeah, 4 or 8.
I know what I think. We'll wait for chat. 4 or 8. Nina says that system works. Tim says I would limit it to 4 or 5. Tom says that he would take pastries to his printers when he's pressing them on big jobs. It's nice of you, Tom.
Yeah.
Yadira says 4, Yanina says 8.
Let's see if we were to make a selection of just 4.
Yeah, that might be a good way to think about it.
I like these 2 ones. And then this is a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe one more type 1. Maxime, do you have a favorite type 1 for the second version?
Maybe the blue one, because there's no blue.
Yeah, or maybe this one.
And change it to blue? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good point, Kevin. He says 6, I work for Royal Mail. Gotta have 6. Nice.
This should be a little bit bolder.
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah,
I see.
one of them is upside down just to keep it weird.
I nodal.
What do you think, Maxime? Medium or bold?
I think maybe bold.
Bold.
The stamps are
Oh yeah, they're
that
tiny.
tiny.
Little teeny tiny.
All right,
Nice.
cool.
Love the teamwork.
Yeah, we have a very involved process.
Yeah, that's good.
It's useful because we're next to each other.
Yeah, you can literally be like, hey, elbow, elbow. What do you
Yeah.
think? What's up, Alexander? Welcome back.
All right, cool. I think let's use these for now.
Perfect. And before you get started on something new, chat, I just want to remind you that we have a challenge going on. You can see right below us that we have a timer. It's at 21 minutes and 20 seconds. That means you have 21 minutes to get your challenge submission uploaded so that Sabrina and Maxime can take a peek at what you're working on.
Yeah.
If you want to learn more about the challenge today, it's to create the ID card or the badge for the fictional Adobe Live Creativity Conference. Yesterday's theme was to make the announcement poster. So today it's the actual badges that you would wear at the conference. We've had some really cool submissions on the first stream. So if you want to check those out, click on the gallery tab or the gallery link in the challenge tab. I can give you some inspiration. And if you're not done in 20 minutes, that's okay. We have one more stream for the day from 1 to 3. So you could submit it then, but Maxime and Sabrina will only see the ones submitted for this stream.
Yep, so get to work.
Get to work.
We want to see them.
Yep.
Nice, Yanina. They already uploaded.
Nice.
Great job. So how did we decide on 125 old tags?
Or tag.
Or tag.
Or tug? Maybe or tug. No real process there.
Just some good looking numbers.
Yeah. I figured more numbers rather than less.
Morella says, I have a teacher that has a stamp collection. I really want to give him one of Ladonia's stamps.
Ooh. I
After the
wonder if
stream.
you can print your I'm sure that there are ways to print your own stamps.
Like design your own?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've never looked into it, but that's probably a fun thing to do.
Right. I feel like they're pretty particular about like the designs that are accepted.
Probably.
I know you can enter contests. I did in 3rd grade.
Oh, really?
Or 4th grade. And mine was clearly the best, but they told me it had to be someone, like it was a celebrity stamp contest.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell us that the celebrity had to have already passed away.
Oh,
So
that's
I
not
did
fair.
like Venus Williams, I think, and I was
Yeah.
like, well,
Cool.
she's still around. What the heck? But my drawing was dynamite, I promise. Still salty about it.
Yeah. I would
Clearly.
Be too.
Oh, Heidi says you can print your own if they are photos, maybe drawings.
Interesting.
Yeah, they could be forever stamps, Tom. That's cool. To avoid the price increase. Yeah. All right, so we are in
InDesign now.
InDesign.
Yeah.
Switching between these programs like it's nothing.
Yep. Putting the things together, seeing how everything looks as a group.
Yeah. And how did you set up this project? Were there any specific dimensions or anything?
We always tend to have our presentations be in tabloid.
Okay.
Just in case tabloid for the international viewers is our paper size, like our large paper size in America.
Yeah.
What is it in Europe? A4 is the big one?
No,
A3.
Gotcha.
A4 is like the letter size.
Yeah.
Different.
Okay, yeah. So, because every once in a while we'll get an old school client that likes to print things out, so it's helpful to just have the presentation already ready to be printed.
Nice.
And then we have our little grid that I'm completely ignoring.
That's funny. Hector has been asking, do you always work without grids for your type and design? Maxime, you're working with a grid, kind of, right?
Yeah.
A little bit?
I mean, not in Illustrator right now, but like when I sketch, I usually don't really use a grid. And after, I always set a grid and make sure everything is correctly aligned. And,
kind of tweak stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. So I hope that answers your question, Hector. Naladri is wondering how important it is when you present your mock-ups to your clients, because they're saying sometimes they react well or poorly, specifically to mock-ups.
Oh yeah. Choosing mock-ups is, it takes time to find the right ones. It takes time to like make them.
Yeah, you have to find the mock-ups that really fit the client you're working with. And like if you go to the space of your client, you know, first meeting, it's always nice to try to take a picture of like the facade or, and then after make mock-ups.
Yeah,
like that.
People love to see their work in like their real space if you're going to be working on signage or anything like that. Yeah, a lot of times it's helpful to just take the time to make a custom mock-up.
Yes.
If you can, because it helps it feel a little bit more special. And once you get good at it, it doesn't take that much time. It takes a lot of time at the beginning, though.
Right. But it makes all the difference, I think.
Yeah, presentation is really important.
And everyone kind of, if you are presented to a lot, you kind of start to see like the same mock-ups over and over again.
Oh yeah.
So it's important to, if you are going to use one that's already pre-baked, find a good one, maybe even pay for one. What?
Yeah.
Get one of those premium ones that not everybody has.
Yeah. I think that there are also a lot of people on Behance that if you search, you can search for mock-ups. I don't know if we've ever downloaded one, but I see that every once in a while, people giving away free mock-ups or, you know, for not too much money.
Yeah, totally.
They're like, you know, a little bit more customized. And
yeah, Behance isn't a super tapped market, so I'm sure you could find some really cool ones. And you can find them on Adobe Stock as well. There are free ones there if you're interested for Photoshop, Illustrator, all kinds of them. Oh, is this the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be green.
Okay.
Too
American.
Yeah. We were just in Europe a little while ago visiting our family, and people always love to look at the American money.
Really? I feel like it's so boring compared to other countries.
Yeah. It's funny because like everybody always has the opposite reaction. Like, you know, when people see European money for the first time, and it's like, you know, there are some bills that are really small, and they're like, it's Monopoly money, and then people see American, you know, European people see American money, and they're like, that's Monopoly money.
Yeah, I wonder what European Monopoly money looks like. Is it different? Do you have Monopoly? Yeah. They're like, yeah, this is real. This is normal. Thanks, Tim, for posting the template link. Appreciate it. Chat in the country that you're from. Do you have interesting currency? Maybe coins? I like the coins with the holes in them. Those are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Really heavy coins are cool. Do you have coins or currency that like no one uses? Like we have pennies, but
Yeah, the pennies.
so many pennies in my bag.
The shame.
The shame of the penny.
Are we sticking to Royal Republic of Ladonia, or are we cutting it short to just Ladonia? Or are we being flexible?
I think we're flexible. Looks cool with like the full name
Yeah,
on the bill.
it's nice to see the type.
Yeah, it's true. Alexander's going to send us a picture of the French Monopoly money. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Joseph says the print work and paper making of American money is really unique and interesting. That's true. It's not really paper.
Yeah.
It's cotton.
I don't know if it's a rumor. Is it true or false, chat? The Canadian money has scratch and sniff maple.
Oh yeah.
No
Scent.
way. I bet just so many people handle it that have maple syrup all over their hands. It's just sticky money. They're like, this is normal, right? What's up, Daniel?
Maxime, is there anywhere I can grab that, some of those cool designs and seals that you've made?
Yeah, you have it
Oh,
now.
I have it in here.
Those t-shirts are looking cool, Maxime.
Yeah, thank you.
A well-designed country t-shirt? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like maybe for like some kind of event,
I keep thinking about.
beach volley or ice skating.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I mean, ice skating, I guess you need a little more than a t-shirt.
Unless you're really intense.
What
But,
are
yeah.
those like tourist t-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
my best friend went to Florida and all I got is this stupid t-shirt.
Somebody loves me in Texas.
Yeah,
Or the classic, I love New York.
yeah.
I love LDA. That could be cool. Tom is wondering, should the design be placed higher on the shirt in case it is tucked in?
Ooh,
That's true. There's a lot to think about when you
Yeah.
think about placement on shirts.
yeah.
And if it's men's versus women's, like the typical placements
Yeah.
are different.
Could be, yeah.
There you go. Whoa, Munir says, I have a Francs coin and it's 1/1000th of a dollar. Is that it?
Crazy.
I would just like get a bunch of them and just
Yeah.
plop them down on people's counters. Like, here you go,
Yeah.
1,000 of these, please.
Can I have my slice of pizza now?
Yeah. They're like, get out. Kevin says, England has plastic notes, not very eco-friendly.
Ooh,
It's
that's
true.
too bad.
Not compostable, but very reusable.
Yeah, they probably have a long lifespan.
Yeah. What's up, Subash? How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. Little known fact, Adobe Live, aka Gus, is a fan of coins. He's a coin boy. Coins and keys, knives, old lighters. Treasure.
Very cool.
Oh, whoa! Sorry, that looks really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, my little brother was a coin collector when he was like really, really small. And I have an uncle who travels for work. And so he always used to bring him all kinds of interesting money from all over the world.
Cool.
And we found, like, we recently found this coin collection that we, I totally forgot about, and I'm sure my brother did too. And me and Maxime were like, we're gonna take this now.
Because we go to Europe.
Yeah, no, not even for that, just because like it's so interesting and weird. Like we were looking at tons of money for this project, for like getting references from. Some of it's super old now, but yeah, like
We need this.
Yeah,
Reference.
totally geeking out on money design.
Isn't that funny? as you like become a designer. Everything is kind of interesting because everything is designed.
Yeah.
I like to walk down the street and look at signage and be like, what program did they make that in? Definitely Illustrator, definitely Photoshop.
Yeah. I love the hand-painted signs.
Oh yeah.
That are like slowly disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ones that are still around are really good.
Yeah. Or a neon when it's like in script and you can see how the letters were formed with the tubes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Super cool. Munir says Ladonia will be much more famous after this project. I agree. They'll be like, hey, can we use that? You'll be like,
cool.
1,000 ortogs, please. Oh, Tim says, unpopular opinion, physical money is gross. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, lots of germs.
Yeah. Have you ever worked in retail where people are like handing you cash all day?
No.
It's very gross. Lots of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Kevin says the stamps would look cool on t-shirts as well. Kind of like encapsulated in a little box.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
Like a
little
yeah.
pocket.
Yeah, a little left chest. Perfect. So trendy right now.
Ship me to Ladonia.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet. I think that's really cool. The money.
Thanks. I'm trying to think about one, if this dimension is good or if it should be longer.
Oh.
And what comes next?
Yeah, and like how do you differentiate between
Yeah.
different bills? Are they different ground colors?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so colorful.
Yeah. You know, Europe makes different size bills to make it easier for people with visual
Yeah.
impairments.
Mm-hmm.
€5 is the smallest, and then it keeps getting bigger. It's not like that.
No,
The dollar bills are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
they're all the same.
All the
Yeah.
same, all the same color, just a
Yeah.
different dead person on the front. So I no one carries cash anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, would this little icon be like one of those authenticity seals?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe let's make some coins.
Oh yeah. Different shapes. They could be shaped like stones on the beach.
Ooh, I like that.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oops.
So chat, you have about 5.5 minutes left to get your projects saved and uploaded onto our Behance Works in Progress tool. So if you want to learn more about that, click on the Challenge tab and you can click the Submit button to get that uploaded. If you don't get it submitted in the next 5.5 minutes, Sabrina and Maxime won't be able to see it, but the next host and guest will. So keep that in mind, depending on who you really want feedback from. These two will give you some good thoughts for sure, some good helpful tips. Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Or just about design, let us know.
Yep.
How did you make that kind of oblong shape?
Dude, I can show you.
Please, please, please. I know you showed us, but I just wasn't watching. I was talking.
I just dragged this little guy.
Whoa!
And now we have a cute little stone.
A little blue. So you're using the direct selection
Yep.
tool, and you grabbed a point and just pulled her out.
Yep. Now I'm thinking, Maxime, how should we communicate sense?
Oh.
Should we just decimal point it?
Oh, because... Oh, yeah, for coins. Why don't you make just one?
$1. One ortog.
No sense. It's
Yeah.
all ortogs, all the way down. Cool, I like that one. It's just like,
Yeah. I like it too. Good job, Maxime.
nicely done. Tom says that you are a great team,
Thank you.
Thank you.
doing good work. Brian wants to know what the money sign is called for Ladonia. Is there a name for it?
The
So
money
let's see,
color.
a dollar symbol, euros. What you call it, a euro symbol also, or just the euro?
Yeah, I
Euro
think
symbol.
so, yeah.
So
It's euro.
Ortug.
Ortug?
Ortug.
Ortug.
Ortug symbol. It's called the Triple T, the Tower of T's. It's really, really awesome. Isn't it interesting to find the names for things that you just always kind of described as what it is? Like the money sign. What's it actually called?
Yeah.
What's a money sign called? Google?
$sign.
It just says that it's the $sign.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
Yeah, there's like no special glyph name for it.
Huh. I have a bad habit whenever I do the $sign of putting it after the number.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what you're doing here, which makes me happy. But I always forget to do $1.
Yeah, that's how they do it in Europe, I believe. I think, do the British do that also with their pounds? Or do they put their pound sign first? Do you know?
Did they make what?
For a British money. I know European money, isn't the euro at the end?
Yeah. But I mean, even here, when you say euro, do you place the euro sign before it? It's like euro 10.
Yeah, this is having the pound before the number.
Yeah,
and the
I
euro
think it's
sign too?
I don't know about euros.
Oh, yeah, that looks right to me.
Okay, so that one's a before. Euro is also before it's showing.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the internet. You can't believe everything it says. Brian says we do the euro first, or the pound first.
It depends the countries, because in France it's after.
Oh, Eric says it comes after in Taiwan, but in the States it comes before, for the money sign, or the $sign.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It may be an English, like British, American,
Oh, yeah.
all the English countries thing.
So would these coins be spray painted since they're in the stencil? Or would it be like just printed on it?
Yeah, I was trying to think about what material these would be made out of. But yeah, maybe it's cool if they're just made out of like flat stones and maybe they're stamped somehow. I think that could be nice.
And like the best stones would be the more expensive ones. The perfect skipping rocks. Because you know they're skipping lots of rocks on Ladonia. They have to be.
That's like a good competition.
Yeah, good minister of rock skipping. Whoa. Alexander says trying to make an ID card with AR. So like some sort of virtual reality like aspect to it.
Crazy.
That's amazing. Like a little animated portrait, like in Harry Potter, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like a little, like, you doing your favorite thing.
Yes, love it. Tom says the stones will wreak havoc with the vending machines. All the vending machines on Ladonia. Chat, you got 5 seconds to get those submissions uploaded. Go, go, go.
Show us your work.
We'll be looking at them in just a couple minutes. Once I get them all open, take a peek at them. And if there's a good number of them, we'll be doing some good feedback as well. And I tried to do my best to really note where we stopped last stream and pick up this stream. So if we miss your submission, please let me know. Do our best. Yeah, Joseph says it reminds me of a really cool arcade token from Japan. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I was thinking it looks kind of like...
It's true that the sign is all a bit Asian.
Yeah, that's true. What is the currency's name in Ladonia?
Ortug.
Ortug. I keep wanting to say Tortug, like Tortuga.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Cool. And then once we start looking at the submissions, after that we can go over what you all worked on yesterday, today, and what you will finish working on the last day tomorrow.
Cool. It's going so quick.
Right?
Yeah.
You called it. Before you started, you're like, I think this is going to go really fast. It's true. How are we feeling? Do we want to look at some submissions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So chat, we're going to look at some submissions now. You've been working on the ID card for the Adobe Live Creativity Conference. That is not a real thing yet, but maybe someday it could be. Maybe if we really like these submissions. So we have another Maxime.
Oh, yay.
This is a really awesome color scheme.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool. Yeah, I really like it.
Nice.
The two colors are really nice.
Yeah,
It's a nice contrast.
that's
Yeah.
a really nice effect on the photo also.
I was going to say it's always really cool at conferences where they put the same effect or like half toning on all of the photos.
Yeah.
Makes it feel less like, oh, that's my face. It feels like, oh, that's like a piece of work. That's a piece of art.
Yeah.
Nice. Any critique or things that you can make it better?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe have the name of the event.
Yeah.
That could be helpful in the year in case people want to keep them as like, souvenir cards or whatever.
Definitely.
But yeah, the design is really cool.
Like it. What do you think, Maxime?
Yeah, I think the same kind of.
Sweet. All right, this is Ryan's from last stream. This is Yadira. Forever, Adobe Live Creativity Conference. So this has the date, April 14th, 2018. The creator, the name.
Nice, Joseph Mueller.
Yeah,
Big
that's nice.
fan.
I like the typeface. Maybe I don't know how big it's going to be printed, but like for legibility, maybe the big 4 in the back could be even more toned down. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little less present.
Right, you definitely see it as a 4.
And I'd say like if you're thinking about the most important aspect of an ID card is usually somebody's name. So maybe bringing that a little bit more to the forefront,
Yeah.
a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Nice work, Yadira.
Yeah,
Great
cool.
Yeah,
job.
really nice design, nice colors.
This is very Adobe branded.
Yeah.
So the Adobe Live Conference 2018. This is a nice little like logo mark that they've made. This is Eduardo. The
Yeah,
name, the
I
logo.
like the mockup.
Yeah.
The mockup is really nice, and yeah, that's really clean. That's looks like something that could be real.
Yeah. Do you kind of agree with the thing you said for the previous one, where maybe the name could be a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's useful so people can come up to you and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Eduardo.
Graphic designer. Cool. Nice job, Eduardo.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice job.
So this is from the previous stream, but I think Annelle updated it. So let me just try to zoom in a little bit. Annelle Henning, designer. I'm stuck.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah, I like the simplicity.
Yeah.
I think this is actually from the first stream. Let me make sure. Oh, we already saw all of these. Okay. We need ones from 1 hour ago. 3 minutes ago. There we go. This is by Robbie, Darth Creator. Nice. And Robbie yesterday had this same kind of branding, this 80s purple and pink and blue.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So it really carries through all of his work.
It's nice. It looks like we're looking at two typefaces that are more connected this time, which I think is great.
Good point.
It's really looking good.
Yeah. There is no name though.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless your name is Darth
Darth
Creator.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be an interesting attempt where like you don't share names, you just share like what you do.
Yeah.
Could be it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Robbie. I wonder if you could like scan this and that's like your entrance to something.
That's nice.
Alrighty, Carlos. Let's see. Hello, my name is Milton. Here's where we are.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it looks like you got all the essentials.
The informations, yeah.
Yeah, the layout is really nice. maybe the 2018, since nothing else is really cropped or hanging off the edge, I'd say maybe look at maybe bringing that inside so it's not cropped.
Or taking more things outside.
Yep. Yeah, or if you're going to break that edge, do it in maybe 2 places so it feels a little more balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a really great example of where you could is like on the edges of these little things. They could just be going all the way to the edge instead of having these really teeny tiny little tangents. Nice. Good job, Carlos. All right, Tim Mobeast, our favorite moderator. This is by Vikram. Has the Adobe Live branding. Perfect.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's great.
And of course he's a volunteer. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I like the mock-up, how it has the little circle cut out at the top, and then like having more circles coming through. I think that's really nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, and also the circle of Adobe.
Yeah, keeping the same elements. And I imagine that these circular shapes would maybe be like foiled, like holographic, maybe, or maybe volunteer is like shiny and the rest of it is matte.
Yeah.
That could be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's us after.
Here we go. All right, this is by Anthony G.
Nice.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
This is really beautiful.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Super great work.
I like how playful it is, and with the patterns.
Yeah, the mock-up is really nice too.
Yeah.
The presentation is really cool.
Right.
Yeah, that looks really good. Maybe the same comment.
Yeah, for the text.
Yeah, just having the name be a little bit bigger.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
it's really good.
looking really good.
Yep, even got a little bit of Adobe branding going on down here.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, this is by Dirk. Adobe Live Creativity Conference. Seems like it's a beach party.
Yeah.
So this is for you.
Count me in.
Your name is very big. That's like the
that's
feedback
good.
we've been giving back the whole time.
I love the color palette, and I really like that you get a sense of what kind of event this is going to be from the illustrations and the typeface.
Right.
Like you can tell it's going to be like a really friendly, sunny, happy event,
Totally.
Yeah.
which is great for a creativity conference.
Yeah.
Totally not stuffy.
Totally. Yeah, even the amount of things that open space you have doesn't feel stuffy at all. I feel like this typeface kind of conflicts with that easygoing attitude.
Yeah, maybe something a little bit lighter.
I mean, even just this that you have down here might be a better choice.
Yep.
Yeah, a little more linear.
Very cool.
Great work.
Nice job. All right, this is by Karina.
Ooh.
Let's connect. Ooh, they're a speaker. Design lead, behance.net, Creative Conference 2018.
Cool.
That's really good.
This is a cool mock-up too. It's like not real, but it's nicely designed.
Yeah.
Maybe the code is going to be hard to read.
Oh yeah, the code.
On top of the Adobe Creative Cloud logo. But I like the typography.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice, and it looks like it carries through across, all of the type on the ID card, which is really nice.
Feels branded.
Yeah, and I like the colors. Very Adobe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe the card could just move at the top.
Yeah. Maybe the top right could be a good place. I think those codes can get pretty small.
Yeah, right. Or you could even go on the back.
Oh yeah.
True.
Although you're not showing the back here, so maybe that's why you put it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom says this is very readable. I agree. Good job, Karina.
Yeah, nice job, Karina.
Alrighty, this is by Steven. Create to the max. Oh yeah.
That's really fun.
It's another example of kind of using a filter or a cutout for everyone's photos and make them a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really empowering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool because when you're at the event, like, that's always an issue for people that are designing events or whatever, that trying to get people to send photographs that look, cohesive or consistent across. So having a system like that, it kind
Help
of
tie everything up.
Totally.
Nice. It's a very exciting seeming conference. Yeah, very playful, Daniel says.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Good job.
Cool. All right, maybe this is the other side of Steven's design.
Nice.
Has
Oh,
some
yeah.
exploded design elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Sweet. Good job. All right, this is by Kevin. Our lovely Voodoo Val is the person. And this seems like it's the Creative Cloud
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, I like the shape.
It's a little, it's kind of unique.
Cool. What does
Yeah.
this say? Oh, just a number.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
What do you
And
think
Yeah.
about? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that there is also the picture in the same shape, which is nice, and the typography, like it's nice because like there is a lot going on, and the typography is a little more simple.
True.
So I think that works.
Yeah. Very cool. Nice. All right, this is by Jake. Straight to the point.
Yep.
This feels very serious and corporate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. I like the illustration in the back.
Yeah. And I think that that's a clever way to show Adobe Live, A-Live.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little play on words. Yeah,
Yeah.
really nice.
And a good size for the name, especially if this
Yeah.
is a smaller badge.
Yeah, and the name is like, it works well.
Yeah, Jake, let's get a real picture in here. Let's take the mock-up to the
Yeah.
next level. Really make it believable.
Yeah, and you can even think about, maybe you did, but maybe there's an illustration or something on the, what do you
Oh, the
call those?
lanyard?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh yeah, that'd
It's
be
nice.
nice.
It plays into the colors of your illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, this is by Bavik. Cool.
Oh, that's
nice
nice
big
too.
name.
Yeah.
Cool use of grayscale when everything else is pretty colorful.
Yep. Yeah, really nice. I like the circular elements coming through in a couple of different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the information, even the behance.
Yeah.
Link.
If you want to go check out Bavik's work, there it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, great job. All right, this is by Mohammed. Futuristic Lemonade, the speaker. Maybe this is the photo.
Yeah, that's
Oh
funny.
yeah, that's really cool. It looks like getting like movie poster vibes.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I like the light effects
Yeah.
around this, like, because it looks kind of like a sphere. But it's really a sphere.
Yeah, right, like there's some actual shape to it. What do you think about the leading between like this, and then the main name?
I like that. I like the space. It looks like the space is equal above futuristic and below lemonade, so that's nice and balanced. I'd say if it's somebody's name, if futuristic lemonade is the name, maybe not. What do you think, keeping them in one typeface versus two different ones?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's nice to know.
Yep, somebody's first name is more important.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice job, Mohammed.
Yeah, good work.
All right, Brian. These are nice color
Really?
palette. I like
Yeah.
I like the Adobe Jump.
that. Yeah, that's a cool name. I like that.
Yeah, with those lines. It's nice.
All right, it's a good
Yeah.
example of keeping things going off the page, but not just having it in one place.
Yeah, totally.
Boom, boom.
For the typography, I will probably reverse, like, make the name bold and having the light one
Yep.
for
Yeah.
company and name.
Yep.
But it's nice.
Yeah, otherwise looking really good.
Cool, and having this little frame of color behind all the photos will be nice to keep it nice and cohesive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Yanina. So sweet, got a little bit of a twiggy going on down here.
That's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
that's really cool. I like that you have the 3 dates for the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the format of the size of the card. Too.
Right.
A little more square. I think that looks good.
Yeah, I like how the circular shape, it's white, the background of the photo is white, so it kind of takes the background of the bottom.
Yep.
and breaks the top, which is nice.
Totally. I
Makes
wonder.
a connection
Yeah.
between the top and the bottom.
Right. I wonder if this G, it means like guest, and then you could have like V for volunteer, S for speaker.
Cool, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a new version of the Forever After.
And no, well, yeah, maybe. I think this
We
is
thought-
from the first
That's
stream
from before.
Oh,
as
really?
well. Let me refresh just to make sure we have everything. Okay, so the G does mean guest. Nice.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Yadira, this was a new upgrade or
Yeah.
update.
Cool, yeah.
Cool.
I like the colors on this one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Okay, Adobe Live, did we miss any? I don't think so. Awesome, so thanks
Great,
everyone for
yeah.
submitting.
Yeah,
Great work, everybody.
Mhm.
really good job.
Yeah, it's gotten even more creative the second day. You really kind of broke the bounds of what a badge or ID card could be for a conference. So thank you so much. There will be one winner chosen at the end of the day for all 3 streams. So keep an eye out on your Behance messages, and also the winner will be mentioned, I think, tomorrow morning as well. So come back tomorrow if you want to hear more about that. And there will be portfolio reviews tomorrow, so no challenge, but it's an even bigger challenge of submitting your portfolio and having some designers give their feedback. I think that's really helpful for people to have. Cool, so we have about like 8 minutes left to wrap up everything you've worked on today and what you'll be doing tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
is there anything else you want to try and get done today?
Oh, let's see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
We'll
see
see what
how it
happens.
goes.
Okay, how about we work for another like 3-ish minutes and then we'll start wrapping things up.
Sounds good. Speed round.
Awesome. I feel like when you have such a tight deadline, sometimes you can really get some stuff done.
Definitely.
Yeah, well done, Behance members. Agreed, Tom. Well done. Ooh, Yadira wants to know if you have any book suggestions that might be helpful for designers.
Ooh,
Um,
definitely do. But I would have to think about it.
Okay.
I know that there's
there's
John Berger, The Ways of Seeing,
Okay.
I think it's called, is really, really an interesting read about how to think about, how to think about how to look at things differently.
Look at things
Yeah.
with your eyeballs.
Yeah, I think there might also be a video now that I'm seeing
Do it
this.
now. Yeah, I think there is a video.
Yeah, I think if you're interested in like the design process in a studio, there is Design for People that's really interesting.
Cool.
And what's the name of the book?
The
That,
typeface book?
Yeah.
Yeah, our like
I forgot.
Bible of typeface design. I think it's called Designing Type.
Yeah.
And if I'm not wrong, it's by Karen Chen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Karen Cheng.
Chang.
This is
yeah.
really helpful. Like,
Yeah. We use this book all the time.
Cool. So why is it helpful?
it's really nice because it compares like different classic typefaces and like what are the different like proportions between letters,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it explains well like optical adjustments and all those details that you don't know when you just started designing typefaces.
Yeah.
So that's kind of we started, you know, doing our first typefaces,
Yeah.
and we still look sometimes into it.
Yeah. It's like kind of what we were talking about yesterday. Once you know the rules, you can break them,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta know the rules first.
Seriously, and there's like you just said, there's so much that goes into the design that just looking at it, you'd have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. Karen Cheng, C-H-E-N-G, is the author of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Tom has a last question for you. He's wondering how supportive your families are of your creative career paths.
We've both been really lucky
Yeah?
that everybody has
Yeah.
been supportive. There's always that, like, you know, uncle or aunt that's like,
What do you do?
Yeah, what are you doing? Or like, you know, when you quit your job to your steady full-time job to become to run your own studio, they're like, what about your health insurance? Yeah.
Guess I'll have to pay for it.
Yeah, but yeah, our family has been really, really supportive, and all throughout school and work. Yeah, we've been really lucky. Nobody has told us to get a real job yet.
That's true, as long as you're not out on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a real job?
Yeah.
That's true. Cool, that's great to hear. Glad there's a lot of support. I've heard that a lot actually here with our guests. A lot of support has been happening. Chat, how about you? If you're in a creative career path, are you supported? Did you have to kind of blaze your own trail? Let us know. For me, art was like always a thing in my family, so I don't think they were surprised when they're like, oh, you want to go to art school? Yeah, it makes sense.
That's cool.
Yeah, we do have another stream coming up in about 8 minutes, so they'll be live at 1. It's Christy and Erica, going to be working on some more beautiful graphic design goodness. Lots of letters, I'm thinking. She's back there like wiggling her eyebrows like, yeah, letters. We start the day with Christine and Michael. We're here right now with Faire Projects. That's Maxime and Sabrina with myself. And then from 1 to 3, we've got Christy and Erica coming at you, and it'll be the same tomorrow as well. So stick around for that. We've got more streams coming up. And then after tomorrow, our graphic design week will be over. And next week, I believe it is designing in Photoshop.
Ooh.
Yes. I will not be here, but I might be in chat. You'll have to come to find out. Cool, so we have about 3 minutes left. Do you want to talk about what you did yesterday, today, tomorrow?
Let's review stuff.
Sweet.
Let's start putting stuff into presentation so it's easier to look at. So I think we made some really great progress today. Giant $5
money.
bill.
Yeah, there's a t-shirt
Oh, I have to
also.
expand this. Yeah, let's look at your screen first, maybe.
Cool. Over to
Okay.
Maxime.
Cool.
So yeah, some t-shirts, different colors.
Ooh.
Do you imagine
more
this?
red.
Yeah. Do you imagine it being printed, embroidered?
Yeah,
Supplemented?
probably silk screened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the different colors can be really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have some. We
Whoa.
also have some
yeah,
ID
ID
cards that we didn't
cards.
really make a decision on.
You just kept iterating.
Yeah.
I think those ones are
Those are the
favorites.
favorites. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think I like it on the beige,
The grayish.
the
Yes.
grayish, and the blue is nice too.
Cool. And then on this end, we got our passport.
So cool.
Yeah, we're ready to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And
But why would we want to?
yeah, and we're ready to send our postcards with our stamps. Maybe postcards is something if we have time
Yeah, tomorrow.
to
From
work on.
beautiful Ladonia.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wish you were
Postcards and
here.
posters.
Mm-hmm. Right. Cool. So tomorrow you're going to be jumping into some more assets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finish up the
the
money that we
currency.
started.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think tomorrow we'd like to get currency to a good place. Tidy up the ID card if there's any last edits to that.
And try to put together a presentation.
Yeah, put everything together in one place so we can look at the national identity of Ladonia.
Perfect. Cool. So chat, stick around for the next couple minutes. We'll be switching over to Christy and Erica, working on some more design, hopefully maybe using some of the new over 600 monotype typefaces that are available on Typekit. If you don't know about that, check it out on Typekit. And we will be back in just a couple minutes. Thank you, Faire Projects.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Kathleen.
See you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
chat.
Thanks,
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.